At 6 p.m., we mobilized in Cruftman Hall, shaking our heart spears, faces painted blue, dancing the good dance. Then out into the neighborhoods of West Eastwood to rouse sleepy heads out to the polls. Hillary, Hillary, Hillary! Our chant rings like choir bells, like grape shot fired over the treetops. Then it weakens, drifts into silence as we come together, huddled in fear, trembling, one or two of us racing off to the Rite Aid to vomit in the bathroom. Outside the voting center, you can hear the crack of quasi-trooper whips, heads held high, Cortex manacles jangling, tattooed children dragging behind them. The Trumpsters parade forth, too many of them, identifiable by the steam jets discharging sporadically from their ears, by their red and white and blue intestinal gas clouds, their fisted hands. No matter. We prod our liberals past the steely gazes of the quasi-troopers, standing guard on the lookout for illegals. A red-faced bludger man shouts at my friend Constanze. "Hey, you, I remember you from Baghdad. Your hair's on fire now, but you can't fool me." "You're mistaken, senor," Constanze counters. "I snuck over the border from Taos just this morning." The bludger man raises his hackle and tries to pull off a shot, but he's left the safety on and he slams it to the ground, where it bubbles redly. We all fall to the pavement, convulsed in laughter, heads held high. I feel that clenching in my anus subside just a little. "Where's Professor Kravitz?" Megan Fauntleroy shouts. "He hasn't voted yet." It's around mid-afternoon by then. Megan and I race across the street to the Kravitz residence and bang on the door with our hard sense of moral outrage. Nothing. We try my calipers of history. There's a shuffling sound. "What is it?" Kravitz whispers through the keyhole. "Remember the Pussy video?" I murmur huskily through the hole. "What are you, with the NSA? My private time is my own." "No, not those. The one with the big schmuck and the baby bush. You know, on the bus." "You're right. That was nauseating. I'm coming out. Wait a second." 5 minutes later, Kravitz comes out in his Hermann Goering costume. He strides like a tank across the street to the polling place as the quasi-troopers shrink back in awe, then burst into cheers. When he comes back, he begins running in circles in the middle of the street, shouting, "Hillary, Hillary," and "Don't you realize that for every job lost to China, we're losing 8 to automation? Hell, 47% of our jobs, 70% of Chinese jobs are going to disappear. Meanwhile, production skyrockets. The whole human race has to rethink things." How do we know all this? How does anyone know anything these days? It could be fake news. But the part about the Goering suit is true. Trust me. When Professor Kravitz makes it back safely, we feel the earth move under our feet. We feel the sky come tumbling down, and then we are actually levitating, all of us, just a few inches off the ground. Our job is finished. You can feel it. Michigan is in the bag. Pennsylvania, a done deal. Wisconsin, our home turf, is a state reborn spiritually in every way. Back at the dorm, we float into the dining room where Montana Mike is rustling up dinner. Just some quick chow before the good news from Florida comes in. "What's this?" we ask. "I guess you could call it blackbird soup, ladies," he drawls. "What are these dark brown potatoes?" "Them's ain't potatoes." He sees me gag. Sometimes, he smiles, you just got to eat that stuff. That's when Bismarck Blondell and her cheerleaders crash into the cafeteria dressed up as bag ladies. They jump up on the tables doing the shug-a-lug.
"Fear trumps hope, war trumps peace. Donald's in the White House with a brand new lease. Hate trumps love, lies trump truth. Dumb trumps brains in the voting booths."
We decide to skip dinner. Outside, the fraternity boys, the Cravens and the Ravens and the Missouri Mavens, are honking horns and waving flags. The stench is indescribable. I look up at the stars, thinking about the poet Robert Bly. "The stars are the same as they were 8,000 years ago," he said. So, this is just another little moment in history? Just a medium-sized meteor, not an extinction-level event. I'm only 19. We'll kick his ass in 2020. I'll spin on his grave someday. to the barricades.
And so the strong man comes again, the Übermensch, the hurdy-gurdy man, singing songs of war. The 80-year cycle is complete. We men are ready again. Herr Putin says Donald does not have in his lexicon words like democracy and human rights. So, yes, maybe Herr Trump can solve our problems without them. Maybe things are not so complicated. Let's stop barking up the wrong forest and we take the horns by the bull, yes? In the mind of the Führer, things are really quite simple.